Salutations, family. Welcome back to the Electric Leaf, where it is my goal to assist you with nourishing your mind, your body, and your chakras. My name is Nakia, or Nikki, and I'm here to do a reading for you all today. This is going to be part of the your mind aspect, okay, and your chakras. I have some special treats coming up for you all. Some very, very special things are planned, including this book right here. I was watching another tarot reader here on YouTube maybe about a year or so ago, maybe a little more than a year actually. Yeah, it had been about 2 years ago. And she said that she got this book, How to Love a Black Man by Dr. Ron Elmore. And at the time, I put the book in my cart and I just purchased it last week. So if you're interested in helping to bring our community back together and interested in trying to, stop pointing fingers and blaming one another and really come back into the energy of loving one another without all the games and without all the, I don't really know what it is. I honestly don't. I think it's mostly fear and pain and lack of knowledge of self. There, I do know what it is. And I would like to hear what you all think it is, and so that we can start to lay a better foundation for our children and our grandchildren, and really help to sling this ride around to a better direction. Because honestly, a lot of what we are going through right now is really truly founded upon this energy right here, which is how we love one another. Because something is wrong. Is something is off. It's not right. I'm not sure what it is exactly, I have my ideas, but none of it really matters because we're right here, right now, and we have this moment to turn it around and change it. Because we're going to lose our babies. We really are. We're going to lose our babies if we don't learn that something is wrong. And I think that this is going to extend. I hope that this extends into other areas, but right now this looks like a very much needed conversation that we need to be having. So if you get the book, be reading along, because I'm going to be talking about this book little by little, and the more you all swing the conversation, of course, the more I'll post on it, maybe even go live on it. I think that would be really, really fun. But just let me know how you all feel about this, How to Love a Black Man. And he also does have a book. I did see How to Love a Black Woman, which I would love to give that a read as well. So anyway, jumping into this reading, this morning I did a reading that I recorded, and it ended up being about 45 minutes long. It was about 40 minutes. So if any of these cards resonate with you and where you are right now in your journey, just let me know, and I will be sure to upload that video. It was a really, really interesting read, to be honest with you. It was a really, really interesting read. I'm showing you how these cards came out in the reading. Like, that is really cool. That is really cool. And also these two cards, very beautiful cards. The reading really gave me some healing vibes, because you see here we got the jellyfish, the Queen of Cups, and then we also have Whale, Judgment. So anyway, that's that. Now it's time for the reading now, which the only energy that I picked up on was truly healing that energy between us, between masculine and feminine energies, okay? That's really what I picked up on. It was something else that I wanted to share, but I asked that God be present in this, okay? Because for some reason, like, I'm gonna let you all know, like, when I was coming along, the word on the street was get your education. Don't be falling in behind no boys. Which I understand that. That's very true, right? But it's out of balance. That advice is out of balance. And I noticed that across cultures, it's different advice. And I see that they marry differently. And their interactions seem to be healthier and their children seem to thrive. So, I don't know. Let's start the conversation if you want. But that's what this reading is going to be on. This reading is going to be on what is it going to take to heal this relationship between us, the masculine and the feminine, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And when I use those terms, divine masculine and divine feminine, I'm really referring to the divine in terms of an energy that we all have access to at any given moment. Divine masculine and divine feminine is available to us all. The balance of those energies within our heart space is what helps to provide this healing. It starts with the man in the mirror. It truly starts with the man in the mirror. Balancing both of those energies, not disrespecting more than the other and not respecting more than the other. Equal. Okay. Divine Mother and Father, united one Most High God, I thank you. I thank you for this moment in time. I thank you for your message. I thank you for love. I thank you for the energy of love. I thank you for being love. I thank you for being a conduit of your word and of your power and of your energy and of your light. I thank you that your message be heard by those that it is rightfully and divinely so for, in the divine and rightful time and space. In your name I thank you, Most High. So it is. What are your messages, Divine Mother and Father? What are your messages? Thank you, Divine Mother and Father. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your guidance. Wow. I might have to go ahead and post that video from earlier because that was the title of the video, Dark Night versus Dark Night. And you see the first card out is Dark Night of the Soul. Life brings new meaning. Dark Night of the Soul. And then look what comes out with it. Sacred Divinity. There are two paths ahead. There are two paths ahead. There's always two paths ahead. And you know what those two paths are, right? The very thing that Spirit is showing us right here in these two cards, which is the path of light and the path of dark. Okay? Neither path is good nor bad. Both paths contain certain obstacles. These obstacles are challenges. These challenges are indeed truly opportunities. Opportunities. The dark night of the soul is this journey that most enlightened people will go through at some point in time, because there is no other way to gain enlightenment other than to experience a certain amount of suffering, even if the suffering is experienced through observation. That would be the journey of an empath. Okay? Because an empath doesn't have to experience it to feel its pain. Okay? So a lot of people aren't going to understand the empath because a lot of people don't understand how that energy works. But that energy is very similar to that of like a spider. If you see a spider sitting on a web, right? If you've ever taken the time to observe how spiders get down, right? They build a web. They work meticulously and they build a web. And then they just sit and chill. And then they wait until something touches the web. No matter where it touches it, the spider has positioned itself strategically. It was resting in a strategic space to get to where it needs to get to wherever just touched that web. But it's in tune with its web. The spider and the web are one thing. The spider and the web, it feels everything that's happening on the web. And that is the way an empath feels. The web is created by the connection from heart space to heart space to heart space to heart space. It's the energetic grid of auras, so to speak. Okay? And the empath can literally feel certain things that have happened because that is what she is. He or she is. She is that web. You if you can follow me on that, right? So, being aware of that amount of suffering, okay? Being aware of that amount of suffering, it can really distort your perception of self and your perception of life and love. A distorted view is a dangerous view. That's why driving drunk is dangerous. That's why driving full of emotion is dangerous. It's because your view is obscured. The feeling of being out of control, unable to see, unable to feel, or what you feel is terrible, it's painful, out of control. That's the dark night of the soul. When you feel like everything you touch turns to trash and that nothing you do is right, whatever. You feel like you just kind of oh my goodness. You're questioning things. Your soul is being ripped open. You can't sleep at night, or you don't sleep well, or you're dreaming, right? The dark night of the soul is an initiation. The dark night of the soul is a major opportunity. You don't have to see this as darkness. You can in turn embody the light like that owl did, right? Look, light codes. Okay? Travel awaits you. Dark night of the soul with light codes is telling you that you have been cast into darkness so that you can learn how to self-illuminate. That's the sacred divinity. That is the sacred divinity, that you can self-illuminate. You can be the sun. You can be the sun. You can be a conduit of divine source energy, raw, pure love. If this is the advice on what we can do, masculine and feminine, to heal, then to heal the relationship between us, I would say that would mean to respect both aspects. Neither is good, neither is bad. And bring them into balance. Bring them, truly bring them into balance. Let's get some more cards to clarify before I get all the way into it. Let's get some more cards to clarify. Thank you, Divine Mother and Father. Thank you for your messages. Look at that. That is almost scary. Oh, hamster wheel. That's almost scary. That is almost scary that this card comes out. That is almost, that's like, that's direct. That's God speaking directly to us. There are two paths ahead. This is a new deck. And I just made this card. Choose, choice, decide. And what's that? Two paths. Two paths. But before I even look at what these other cards are, I'm seeing this hamster wheel. So it's like we're not really choosing a path. We're going round and round and round. We're going round and round and round. But we're going round and round and round because we're running round and round and round in the dark. We have, some of us have yet to realize or recognize how to self-illuminate. But we don't have, it's not anything that we really have to do. It's more so being able to calm ourselves down enough to accept and receive the activation that's already taken place. It's like plugging something into the wall. The electricity is there. All you got to do is tap in. Ooh. So with nose candy coming out with the choose, this is coming up as, look, there's some real drugs popping off. It ain't just that marijuana. That it's affecting our connections with one another. Sometimes it is the masculine energy that does this, and it's not just men. Okay, understand me when I say that. It's not just men, because I don't want you to miss the message, being caught up on something that ain't got nothing to do with this. But the masculine energy, okay, the masculine energy has a habit of being so intoxicated, being so inebriated, being so high that they can't get the messages. They can't get the messages. The memories aren't even being stored properly. Okay, because olfactory down here. Olfactory, that is cranial nerve that is helping to really, really create these super strong memories. But this right here, this is that cocaine. This is that, look. Oh my goodness, this is almost scary, family. Won't we just talking about the spider web and the path of the empath? So that is bringing me back to the divine feminine energy of understanding how your divine feminine energy works. That you really don't have any business being out here chasing anybody in the street. Okay, your goal is to be love. Just be one. Understand the information that's coming into you from this web. But ultimately, the divine feminine energy is to take care of self. You see, under the hamster wheel, it was the self-love card. Self-love and mental health. Mental health is a huge part of this dark night of the soul, and I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to that dark night of the soul. Okay? Because we still got to address that. Divinity. I am that. I am. Oh, wow. Owl spirit. Okay. Okay, family. I'm going to post the other video. For the dark night of the soul, the owl spirit is the energy of being able to navigate the night, man. Look, I love to watch documentaries. I love watching documentaries. And the last documentary I watched was, it wasn't the last one, but one of the more recent documentaries I watched was A Night on Earth. And they spoke about, they talked a lot about owls, you know. And owls, I might be getting my documentaries confused because I do watch a lot. But owls are stone cold killers, man. You know, we like to look at them like, you know, they're a very majestic bird. But they are. But they're also stone cold killers. They're great parents, but they navigate the night. They will attack an eagle at night and win the battle too. At night, they fly super quiet, super silent. So when an owl rolls up on somebody, they don't even know he's coming. Which brings me on into the dark night. Okay, not nighttime lights out. I'm talking about night with my sword and my horse. I navigate these nights. I know these parts because see, the darkness is not only a space of scary fears and shadows and every worst part of you. The darkness is also a space of opportunity, vast opportunity. Vast opportunity. When you go outside at night and you look up to the sky and you realize how big this universe actually is. When the lights are on, you know, we could imagine that, you know, feels a little bit more tucked in. But when it's nighttime, man, you see, right? That the darkness is vast opportunity. Anything could be there. Anything can be out there. And that is really what this dark night of the soul is bringing you. It's bringing you the opportunity to create something that you ain't never experienced before. It's bringing you the opportunity to self-illuminate and shine your light into spaces that need the light. Do it for yourself. Light codes, travel awaits you. The light codes is coming straight from the divine. I am that. I am. You are the divine. You know, choosing a road is so important right now. Get off the hamster wheel. Get off the hamster wheel. Like, get off the hamster wheel. Seriously. I see this card saying, cry when you need to. Let the tears heal you. But when you're done, get up and fight like a spiritual gangster. Oh, wow. And now we got the whale spirit. Look, it's no point in me even posting the other video because this is the exact same message that came out earlier. Only the cards are actually clarifying what the message was. Wow. Yes. Look, the shadows can't exist where the light shines. Family, that's what's going to heal us right now, is getting off of this hamster wheel of just saying the things we've been programmed to say, doing the things we've been programmed to do. Actually start to take a good strong look at ourselves, who we are as individuals, what we bring to the table. Wow, it's the same message, family. Y'all see me sitting here shuffling. Cry when you need to. Let the tears heal you, but when you're done, get up and fight like a spiritual gangster. A spiritual gangster. Meaning when the divine masculine energy is getting too active and out of line, that's not the time for the divine feminine energy to trade in her femininity for masculinity and fight might with might. That's the time for the feminine energy to be creative and understand how to create the opportunity to soothe the masculine energy back into balance. The whale spirit, it really speaks volumes of being able to dive to depths and understand who you are. Go to the depths where nobody knows what you are, because whale spirit, when I think about a whale, I think about how unstudied they are. because of how deep they can dive. We only know what they do when they come to the surface, but they dive so deep that we don't really know what they do. And that is the part of you that the divine really wants you to dive into, to receive the message that the divine has for you, to receive the light codes that are there. Okay? You have any more messages, Divine Mother and Father, for how we can heal the connection between the divine masculine, divine feminine energy? Look, pineal gland. Wow. Okay. Let not your heart be troubled. Let not your heart be troubled. Oh my goodness. Wow, divine. Depths can be dark. This is the darkest card that I have in my deck. You see, depths can be dark. There's a dark place that we're going to have to go to, and we need one another to get there. Did y'all see what came out over here on this card? The sun. Light codes. Light codes. So I'm hearing go outside. Look, self-love again. The message of self-love again was poking out. Let me pull it up so you can see. The message of self-love, shining the light from within. Huh. Wow. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, Most High. Thank you. Don't be afraid. God is within you. We really don't get that sometimes. You know, we really don't get that sometimes. We really pass up the opportunity to really see ourselves. We really pass up the opportunity to really accept the God that is within us. That's the main God that we be denying, because we done programmed our minds to think that we're unworthy. We've accepted things, religious things and religious figures that don't reflect what we see in the mirror. We've actually started to give away our power, because we gave away our responsibility, and we gave away our power. We have to remember that. We have to remember that we're responsible for our own actions. We're responsible for our own community. We have to stop pointing fingers and blame everywhere else. When we take back the blame, we take back the responsibility. And through that, we are able to come back together, because at that point, the divine feminine sees the divine masculine as a protector once more. And in turn, the divine masculine sees himself as the protector that he is. Because ultimately, it's about protection. The divine feminine and the divine masculine both provide. And I think that that's right. I think that the divine feminine and the divine masculine should be a team. They should be friends. They should be partners. But that's just my own opinion. But when it comes to protection, the divine masculine, that's what we need. That's what the divine feminine needs, is the divine masculine's protection. Because protection translates as love. And the divine feminine, the divine masculines need us to love unconditionally. Not without boundaries. No. But unconditionally indeed. The pineal gland comes out. The third eye chakra. That is the light code. So I'm really understanding. And then we got, again, focus on. And I left that very, very general. Focus on. Okay. So this is focusing on self, because we got the mirror. Right? So we're focusing on self. The light codes are going to be activated through going within, walking the dark journey, the dark path, but being the dark night, having the sword of truth, having the horse to keep the chariot, the energy of the chariot, to keep us on the correct path, to guide us, to self-illuminate. These are the things that are going to help us, family. These are the things. Wow. Learning to navigate the darkness and moving in silence. Those are big deals. Meaning we don't have to always proclaim everything and profess everything. Sometimes we can just move in silence. Sometimes we can just shape up and shift our energy. Sometimes we can just go moment to moment and treat somebody better every day. Anytime somebody gives you that, that kind of like stank attitude, you don't got to give it right back. You can be love. We can start to shift the energy throughout the community, one interaction at a time. One interaction at a time. Because remember, we are all creating, each one of us make up a point on this web. Our heart space does. So we're all connected to the same grid of energy. And we all can make a difference. Because we all do make a difference. Thank you, Divine Mother and Father, for this beautiful message. Oh my goodness, family. Oh my goodness. The synchronicities in this reading are beyond anything that I've ever experienced in a reading. The owl. Seeing through the shadows and psychic power, family. God is so good. I really don't know where else to go with this, honestly. I don't know where else to go with this reading. Let's close it out. Divine Mother and Father, I thank you so much for this beautiful reading. I thank you so much. Wow. I thank you for those who are going to be able to listen to this reading and find peace and clarity, and we can continue to move this conversation forward and move this energy forward, Divine Mother and Father. Yes, look, go now, do it now, move forward now, love each other now, heal it now, fix it now. Trauma bonding. That's the word that keeps coming to my mind. Trauma bonding. Trauma bonding. I'm going to let y'all see the bottom of the deck right here with this whale tail sticking out of the water. Trauma bonding creates a unique opportunity to bond, to make a bond that can never be broken again. We experienced trauma before when in back with Jim Crow and the other boy, I can't even think, Willie Lynch. All right. We experienced trauma then, but it was trauma and separation. Okay. We're experiencing trauma now as a community. So now this is another unique opportunity for us to bond again. And that bonding over trauma, everybody knows that a trauma bond is a very difficult bond to break. We have a rare opportunity on the table right now, family. A very rare opportunity. Let's expound upon it. Sacred geometry style. Divine Mother and Father, thank you so much. What other messages do you have for the collective at this time? Blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process. Do not give up. That means we're going to trigger each other. We're going to trigger each other, but we need to stay. We need to stay the race. Aphrodite, inner goddess, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Appreciating your divinity. Appreciating your divinity. Appreciating your divinity. The synchronicities are unbelievable right now. Okay. Transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. That's why the owl is coming in as well. Enormous change. Okay? This change is being done in this darkness right now. Look, peace and love, for them to be in reverse, which I don't read reversals out of this deck, but I don't usually have reversals in this deck. So I think it's significant. This is going to be a challenge point for us, family. This is going to be a challenge point because these cards don't really ever look. Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are. And your strength assures a happy outcome. Guiding children. Yes. See the other's point of view. See the other person's point of view. Is that what that was? Yeah. That's important. Look, Isis even comes to the table as well. This situation involves your past life memories. This is ancestral level, okay? We got to remember that this is not just our own bag that we're carrying. We are actually the product of hate and separation during trauma. See the other person's point of view. The divine masculine has to learn to understand the divine feminine energy. And the divine feminine energy has to learn to understand the divine masculine energy. It's give and take, give and receive, dark and light, up and down. It is, we are one. We are one. See the other person's point of view. That's what's going to help us to gain compassion, because compassion is the only way that we're going to be able to get to this undying love and peace. Peace. Peace is balance. Peace is balance. You know, happiness is on the end of there. Anger is on the end of there. But peace is balance. Peace and love. Love is God. God is within you. God is within you. That's a major message right now. God is within you. Embrace your divinity. Appreciate your divinity. The love you share is eternal regardless of the situation. So the divine is letting us know that, yeah, we love each other regardless of what has happened. It's been some crazy stuff that has happened. There's been some crazy stuff that has taken place, but we love one another. We do. And we can heal. As a community, we can heal. We are healing. We are healing. We're healing. Wow. I really am thankful for this reading. I can't express enough to the divine how thankful I am for this reading. Yes, so I have a couple more videos coming for you. I have a raw lasagna video, a hot dog video, and some more things that I have for you all. But anyway, until next time, family, continue to self-reflect and do your spiritual work. And we'll talk soon, all right? Continue to vibrate love and vibrate well. Peace.